Well, people, I decided to play Blasphemous 2 because I just could not stop it after the first one. And oh my god, Blasphemous 2 is a really fun game. Now, it comes under the same genre of Metro, one of those Dark Souls but 2D games, right? But oh my god, I really like Blasphemous 2. And you know what? There was a general consensus among Blasphemous fans or the Blasphemous community online, which basically said, oh yeah, 2 is not as good as 1. And I disagree. I think 2 is actually unironically way better than 1, right? Now, I will say I do miss the pixelated cutscenes. I do think that really did capture the vibe of Blasphemous 1. Like the really cartoony cutscenes really pull you out of, like, the game itself is not cartoonish, right? But then the cutscenes are like really cartoonish, and it really does pull you out of the rustic vibe which the gameplay in general gives. So I did find that to be a bit odd. But that was the main complaint which everyone had, and I will say that's the only complaint I really have, along with a few others. But let's just talk about the game in general. I think Blasphemous 2 is amazing. I love how smooth the gameplay is. The gameplay is so damn smooth in Blasphemous 2. I was actually shocked. I was like, wow, this, it almost felt like Blasphemous 2 was running better than Blasphemous 1, even though Blasphemous 1 doesn't require as much requirements. Like, I really loved how smooth the gameplay felt of Blasphemous 2. I love that we got different weapons. I love the level design. I thought Blasphemous 1 had good level design. Blasphemous 1, unironically, is not a good game if you compare it to 2, because I really enjoy 2. I love the I love the fact that it's not just a weapon you choose and you're stuck with it. It's not like a classic, oh, this is the build for the game. Like, you need all the weapons they offer, and there's like different ways to use the different methods. And I just really like that. I really appreciate that. But yeah, really smooth gameplay. I liked it a lot. I love the weapons. I love everything. Listen to me. Everything I didn't realize how much I did not like in Blasphemous 1 was fixed in Blasphemous 2. Eventually, like, once you do get a certain reward, I can't explain how the game works, right? But you can eventually travel between the save points. You can travel from one point of the map to the other, and like you can confess at the Prio, I don't know how to pronounce that, but basically the checkpoints. It was so good. I will tell you, in terms of convenience, this game really, I love it. It is such an upgrade from the previous game. It is legitimately like it took everything which you did not think was good about the previous game and just improved upon it. They added so many new things, and I was so happy. And like they have a whole thing of all the piece of flavors. I said flavors. Rosary beads are back, and like just the different rooms. There's so many more characters in Blasphemous 2. There's so many more areas in Blasphemous 2, and so many more set pieces. It felt like throughout this video, you guys will be seeing that I'll be popping up, different screenshots of the gameplay which I was playing, and yeah, there's a lot. It's a very beautiful looking game. I honestly love how Blasphemous 2 looks, way more compared to Blasphemous 1. Even though the vibe of Blasphemous 1 is a bit, you know, contained, it feels self contained. This one feels more like, most how these kind of games. I really need to know what it's called. Metro, one of those genres. I'm so sorry. I'll promise next time I play a game like this, I'll know what it's called. But yeah, I really like how it is done. I love the gameplay. And yeah, let's talk about the story. The thing with these kind of games is you don't know what the fuck is happening. You get lore, but then you're just so frustrated that you're dying, and then you're finally happy that you're not dying. So half the lore just goes over your head. But you know what? That's fine. Luckily, we live in an age where that's not really that much of a problem. I love everything about it. I love the, oh my, so I basically obviously looked it up and I got the good ending, and oh my god, the satisfaction. This game, honestly, one of the more satisfying endings to a game I have played in a while. Like, I play a lot of games, right? And this game truly felt like, okay, this is a satisfying ending. I really like that. I'm not like, it felt good to finally finish it. Not because, oh, I'm finally glad I'm done with this game, but it felt like a satisfying game. And I think I'll show that image as well in this video where it says, and thus the penitence is complete. That was beautiful, and they showed all the characters from the second and the first game. incredible. I loved it. I think the good, I don't know about the bad ending, right? I didn't bother going for that. I just looked it up on YouTube. But I think the good ending is one of the more satisfying game endings, especially when you do defeat the final bosses. Incredible, right? I absolutely love the ending. Incredible. It really made me feel like I'm so glad I did not give up on this game. And that's a feeling you don't get very often, I have realized. But yeah, incredible. And let's talk about the bosses because I did mention that. The second boss of the game, Lesmus. Holy shit. Lesmus is an incredibly tough fight, especially that early on in the game. Oh my god, Lesmus and his little coffin bitch. I'm sorry, I'm sure it's just a kid. It's like a kid in a coffin. A bit gruesome now that I'm explaining it. But god, those of you who played the game will know what I'm talking about. Lesmus was such a pain. And then we reached Odon. I'm basically telling you the most memorable bosses for me, which, funnily enough, the most memorable bosses for me are the bosses which I had the most problems with. I hate Odon's fight. Odon's fight was ridiculous. It was so hard. It took me so long. Lesmus fight was fun, but it was very frustrating. Like Lesmus fight genuinely took like a lot of time, and then Odon's fight was absolutely horrible. It took me so long to beat Odon. Oh my god. And let's not talk about the second last boss of the game, Evitorno. What a fight. First phase, whatever. The second phase of Evitorno, when he finally takes out his Crimson Blood sword. Holy shit, dog. That was. I wouldn't say it was a fun fight. I really wouldn't say it was fun. But I would say it was incredibly hard. And that. It's been a long time since I've legitimately felt this is a boss fight. Because that was incredible. That fight really made you feel like it's now or never. The adrenaline when you're doing that shit. I have basically tried so long to do it on my own. Then I searched the methods, and then basically I decided to go with the lightning daggers, and I just dodge dashed through it, and it took me so long, but I did it. Incredible. That Evitorno second phase, it's not. It was very frustrating, but I feel like that's what made me feel like, okay, this is it. This is the end game. And oh my god, it was so good. The final boss, another thing I did see where people were shitting on part 2 was like the final boss is not really the final boss. But I feel like that's every video game though. Like most of the time, the final boss isn't really the hardest boss of the game. It's usually the second last, right? And I didn't really care that much. It looked cool. The final boss looked damn amazing. Probably my favorite looking boss, if I'm being honest. But it wasn't hard. I beat it in like attempt 5 or 6. So it really wasn't all that, right? Every Torno was a fucking hard fight though. And it was a fun fight. Here's the thing. Lesmus and Evitorno felt like it was a fun fight, even if it was hard. Odon did not. Odon felt like a horrible fight. I did not enjoy it at all. And like the other bosses, I believe there was a really fun fight, which was really small as well. I defeated her really fast, like this lancing lady on like web strings. And there was like the glass guy, there was the weapons guy who would like spin around. Like they were not hard, you know what I mean? It felt like the difficulty spiked randomly at Odon because I beat Lesmus, which was very tough, and then I think I beat the next 3 bosses, which barely felt like anything. I think I beat them in like maximum 2 attempts, or maybe like one of them, like the one where the lift is going up and down, or only up. I think I beat that in like 20 attempts or something. It really didn't feel that big of a deal. Odon was where I had like a major roadblock, and Lesmus too. But hey man, that's these games. They basically make you wish that you never picked them up, but then when you do go through them, you realize, oh my god, this is incredible, right? Incredible voice acting. For some reason, if you go on YouTube and you type anything Blasphemous 2 related, the videos are always in English. Oh my god, the English voice lines are so bad. They're so badly recorded. I don't know why it's like that. Listen to me. If you decide to play this game, Spanish. The Spanish voice acting in this game is phenomenal. It is so good. I love it. Incredible. Still one of my favorite voice acting of any game. Maybe that's because I don't know the language, so I just assume it's good. But nah, man, the way they're saying stuff, the emotions, it's just not there in the English voice lines. I don't get it. But yeah, incredible voice acting, incredible images, like I said. Very, very fucked up. Like, I saw someone being like, oh, the bosses were way more scarier in part one, and the bosses feel, not so scary in part two. And I'm like, sure. But it's not even the bosses that are scary. It's like there's a lot of haunting imagery in this game as well. Like, there's a part where there's like a man who has a boob stitched onto him, and he's like feeding his child wax. That's fucked up. Just me describing that should give you an idea what the fuck is he talking about. Incredible. I love most of the stuff in this game. Very inspired by Spanish paintings and, their religion and stuff. Incredible. I think Blasphemous 2 actually was quite fun. I had such a good time playing it. Not once did I feel like I hate this, except for Odon or Lesmus or Evitorno. I was basically convinced, like, I basically thought once I was not able to beat Evitorno, I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm just gonna go ahead, see the endings, right? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm like, it's not like there's a new game plus. Like, I don't have anything to achieve once I reach the ending. And I was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna give up on the game. And then I saw the good ending on YouTube, and I was like, wait, hold on, this is quite incredible. There's no way I want to miss out on this, right? And I was like, okay, no, I have to play the game. There's no way I'm gonna, like, the satisfaction of beating the boss and getting that ending versus just seeing it on YouTube is not the same. And I was like, okay, no, it's time to put my big boy pants on. It's time to beat the game, right? I did beat it last night, which is why I'm making this video today. Although the videos are scheduled in a weird way, so you guys are probably seeing this video way ahead in advance. But it is what it is. But yeah, incredible. That's all I can say about this game. Love it, love the music. Oh my god. Okay, the last area, Crimson Reigns, you guys have to go and listen to the music in that area. I have it saved on Spotify. Incredible. For me, the entire Blasphemous experience, both part 1 and part 2, it feels encapsulated in that final area's music. Incredible. One of the most beautiful, like, that's the one song which I for sure I'm going to take from this game. Incredible piece of music, just the way it progresses, the organs or whatever the instruments are called, incredible. I really tell you guys, go look up Crimson Reigns, the music which plays during Crimson Reigns of the map, like the map area is called Crimson Reigns. The best. It's the best. I love that part. So glad. And I kind of I knew that music when I finished part 1, but then I realized it's from 2, and I didn't know which area the music came in. So when I reached the final area and I noticed that it was playing, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. And it truly felt like, okay, the game is coming to an end. And like that music just really elevated that. Incredible. Would never play this game again, because my god. But that's how these games are, right? So I do think it is better than the original. It's way more convenient. It's literally works upon everything. People who say the part 1 is better are like, I don't know, like, I guess you just don't like having a good time playing games, because if you think part 1 is more fun than part 2. But everyone has their own opinions. But yeah, Blasphemous 2, incredible game. So glad I played it. Anyway, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have played the game. What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.